Hey, Winston Frederick Sterzel. Do you know, Winston Frederick Sterzel, how frustrating and time-consuming it can be doing research to make videos, Winston Frederick Sterzel? Oh, that's right, you use shortcuts and facades, Winston Frederick Sterzel, so you don't know. You just slap things together without any proper research. Well, Winston Frederick Sterzel, it took the Wayback Machine, or some would call it the Internet Archive, 4 days to finally provide a screenshot of the original title of the China show from the other day, Winston Frederick Sterzel. But I finally have it. You changed it, I think, maybe 8 hours later. The video is not available, Winston Frederick Sterzel, but you didn't change the video anyway, so it doesn't matter. You just changed the title and thumbnail. So I don't really care about that. Here's the screenshot showing the original title, Winston Frederick Sterzel. But we're going to pay most attention to this part, Winston Frederick Sterzel. This is China 2025. Remember, Winston Frederick Sterzel, this is the clickbait title that you used to draw people in to watch the China show the other day, Winston Frederick Sterzel. In this video I'm making, Winston Frederick Sterzel, I'm not going to go over your whole 2 hour and 15-minute show. I don't have time for that, Winston Frederick Sterzel. Not to say that I might not come back another time, Winston Frederick Sterzel, and make another video from your show, Winston Frederick Sterzel. But in this video, I've just selected a few clips from the first segment, which you call What's New? Now I know different people might interpret what's new differently, Winston Frederick Sterzel. My interpretation would be things that are new since your previous show, at least like a week ago. That's my interpretation. Considering your title, Winston Frederick Sterzel, this is China 2025, you'd think it would at least be clips from this year, right, Winston Frederick Sterzel? Okay, let's saunter on in, Winston Frederick Sterzel. I don't know how you can saunter when you're sitting down.
Let's have a little what's new over here.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Anyway, let's get right into it with what's new. This is where we talk about everything that's new. Whoa! Specifically with regards to China, and there was this vicious panda attack.
There was.
In Chengdu.
Yeah. That's a nice little view.
That clip is the first clip in your What's New segment, so it should be very, very new, right, Winston Frederick Sterzel? First clip. But it looks amazingly similar to this clip from more than a year ago, Winston Frederick Sterzel. What else you got, Winston Frederick Sterzel?
Well, this is what happens if you slander your pandas.
Yes.
So if you guys don't remember, China banned panda slander.
Yes.
And actually arrested and threw in jail 12 people in China
for spreading rumors about pandas.
Spreading rumors about pandas.
You've reported that story a few times now, Winston Frederick Sterzel, without providing a shred of evidence. People just what, need to take your word for it, Winston Frederick Sterzel? That story just doesn't hold water, and I'll tell you why in a minute, as well as issue a dare to you directly, Winston Frederick Sterzel. Hang on. You're about to talk about a totally childish music video that slanders pandas, Winston Frederick Sterzel, that someone created on AI.
Do we have an update on the All My Homies Hate Pandas song?
Yeah, so if you were here last week, there was a song put out called All My Homies Hate Pandas, which in fact breaks every law in China because it slanders pandas. There was another version of that song. It's the same song, but it's got a different tune.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, if you actually, this is not even a joke. If you're in China and you post this video, this stupid music video, that's All My Homies Hate Pandas, you can actually get arrested.
Shout out to Dragonella.
Yes, for helping us.
This, if you posted this, you would get a knock on your door.
Yeah.
Oh, so apparently created by Dragonella, one of your followers, Winston Frederick Sterzel. What else do you have to say about it, Winston Frederick Sterzel?
Yes, and remember, you can go to jail in China if you post this. So.
You literally would.
Don't post.
Just humor me for a second. Sure. Just can we humor me?
Sure.
I just want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Say you're one of the thousands of CCP apologists right now.
Yeah.
You know, the pro-China shills, which are
There's
absolutely everywhere right now because they're getting incentivized. If you're one of them,
yes,
how How do you think they perform the mental gymnastics to support a government that makes it illegal and throws people in jail for spreading rumors about pandas?
They don't care.
After that nonsense, Winston Frederick Sterzel, I'm going to tell you why your story doesn't hold water. You just made it up, Winston Frederick Sterzel. That's why there's no evidence. No law is needed about slandering pandas in China, Winston Frederick Sterzel. For the same reason that nobody in China would post your stupid panda slandering video, Winston Frederick Sterzel. Actually, there's two reasons, Winston Frederick Sterzel. First, nobody, and I mean nobody, in China hates pandas or wants to slander pandas. Duh! Actually, Winston Frederick Sterzel, very few people in the world outside of your followers would slander pandas. Maybe even some of them wouldn't. So number two, Winston Frederick Sterzel, China's a big place, Winston Frederick Sterzel, 1.4 billion people. Let's say there were a few people, Winston Frederick Sterzel, who would be stupid enough to slander pandas on social media. Chinese social media would chew them up and spit them out, dummy. No law required. So, now here's my dare to you, Winston Frederick Sterzel, that I promised from earlier. Ask Dragonella to make you a childish song that equally slanders the American eagle and post it to your social media, Winston Frederick Sterzel. You're in a free country, right? You can do that, right, Winston Frederick Sterzel? You can say whatever you want, right, Winston Frederick Sterzel? This is a real dare, Winston Frederick Sterzel. If you post a video to your social media, Winston Frederick Sterzel, equally as malicious as the panda song that you played about the American eagle, Winston Frederick Sterzel, I'll completely stop posting videos to this channel. Anyway, Winston Frederick Sterzel, I know you won't do it because you're a coward, Winston Frederick Sterzel. Let's move on to another clip from What's New, Winston Frederick Sterzel.
Anyway, so let's see what happens to this guy. It's like doing his dirty ball on the guy's leg thing over here. Let's see. It's like, and the kid's just like, get out of here. Oh, man. Yeah, you don't want to be...
Kao Lung Mian stand there.
Yes, it's pretty nice, Kao Lung Mian. Yeah.
Jimbing as well. Oh!
I'm confused, Winston Frederick Sterzel. That clip looks similar to this clip from October 2024, Winston Frederick Sterzel, not 2025.
当海面一点爱惜没有呢，给几块，快溜的。
不是你怎么还拿牌怼我妈呢？谁该你的？
Apparently that fits into your definition of what's new. By the way, Winston Frederick Sterzel, pay close attention to what falls out of the guy's pan when he gets knocked over. Maybe he's got a bunch of barcodes in there, or could that possibly be cash, Winston Frederick Sterzel? Just saying.
不是你怎么还拿牌怼我妈呢？谁该你的？
Okay, I was going to end it there, Winston Frederick Sterzel. But in this next clip, you doubled down on stupid. So I just had to do it, Winston Frederick Sterzel, when I saw you double down on stupid.
Do you guys remember this?
Yes.
What is this?
Bollards.
These are bollards. We guys, we all learned together. Here's the deal. The Chinese people were en masse getting in their car and then running over 10,
Yeah, this is
20,
happening.
30, 40, 50,
By the
60.
way, it's not in the past
people.
tense. It's still happening.
Yeah. I'm saying they were doing it en masse. So what happened, and it's still happening.
Yes.
But what happened was the Chinese government goes, hey, let's get some bollards up.
Yes.
And these bollards are there to stop the cars from running over 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, sometimes 80 people.
Yeah, 100
right?
people.
Why not say 200 or 300, Winston Frederick Sterzel? If you're just going to make things up, why not go big, right? And you say it's still happening, Winston Frederick Sterzel. Does anyone out there believe that if it was still happening, you wouldn't try to make money on your channel from it, Winston Frederick Sterzel? On the off chance you wouldn't post it on your channel, Winston Frederick Sterzel, there's no snowball's chance in hell that you wouldn't post it on your X feed, Winston Frederick Sterzel. And you know that. So you have absolutely no evidence, Winston Frederick Sterzel. You just made it up. But why? Oh yeah, for the money, right? You can just make stuff up. If you can't find any evidence, why not make it up, right, Winston Frederick Sterzel? Let's continue.
So what happened was they're like, we need bollards, but just like any top-down government, before you start worshiping dictatorships, guys, because they get stuff done, it happens haphazardly and poorly.
Yes.
So a town will get about 100 bollards here, and they'll all put them in one spot.
You doubled down on stupid, Winston Frederick Sterzel. I already debunked that in a video that I made last December titled Winston Frederick Sterzel Fabrication. So why wouldn't you have at least looked it up? It's been a couple of months. So instead of wasting time, Winston Frederick Sterzel, debunking it again, I'm just going to finish this video off with a clip from that video. Remember this, Winston Frederick Sterzel?
They have a solution to that.
Oh my. You know, I don't want to laugh though, because it's for a dark reason.
Yeah. Now this is outside of a school, middle school. And if you look, first of all, I mean, look at that, the flag, the red flags for the entrance of the school. It's very communist.
That's very Communist Party of China.
But look at how many bollards they've had to put up. Because, so they've kind of gone overkill. I really don't think any car is going to get through. How many bollards are there? There's like 6 layers of bollards of however many deep. There's a lot of bollards over there.
I'm not going to say you're stupid, Winston Frederick Sterzel, but that was a really stupid thing to say. That is a lot of bollards over there. When they set them up and connect them with pipes, actually, Winston Frederick Sterzel, they're much more difficult to get through than the ball design. Plus, Winston Frederick Sterzel, these look much heavier than those balls are. Let's take a look at that school a little while later, Winston Frederick Sterzel.
愿那归途的光温暖你倔强的脸庞，愿那自由的风吹进你心里。
Let's zoom in, Winston Frederick Sterzel, where you can easily see a forklift there, Winston Frederick Sterzel, used to place the bollards. And over here, Winston Frederick Sterzel, it appears that there's now only 2 layers of bollards. That's because they're not finished setting them up, Winston Frederick Sterzel. When they're finished, they'll look something like this, Winston Frederick Sterzel.
We're here to quash propaganda on this show. We want you to know what the real China is all about.